it's Rebecca, and today is not a book review day, but some writing advice today. And I have got my very lovely author friend and co-worker at the library, Hannah, who has come to share some of her writing advice with with everybody. We also have Lily, as you can see. Here she is. She hasn't stopped all day, and it's been me and Hannah that have been eating the Haribo. So we should be the ones that are all like, but it's actually
been
Lily.
eating blue Haribo.
Nah. So I haven't given any writing advice in a long time, and I thought, as I've got my very special friend Hannah here today, who is another writer, we could give lots and lots of writing advice. And as well as being a writer, Hannah is also a reader, and I've linked you before to her blog where she gives book reviews, and also her YouTube channel where she gives book reviews.
I don't have a blog anymore.
No, she has a YouTube channel. So I will link it down in the description box so you can go and have a look at her book reviews and other writing. She does Topical Tuesdays. And also kisses my dog. That's fine. That's fine. So today's little bit of writing advice isn't really much about writing. Today I wanted to talk about how important it is to be a reader as well as a writer. I think a lot of people think that they can just get on and write without reading, and I don't agree. What do you think, Hannah?
No, I think it's it's like learning to do anything, really. Whether it's learning to drive a car or whether it's learning to cook. I know whenever I'm in the kitchen with my mum and she's making something, you know, I don't go in and just try something I never made before. I watch my mum do it first, or I watch my dad drive. I watch my dad change gear, and you have to watch and see how other people do it first, so that you can learn from them.
Exactly.
That's the whole point. And also, if everybody always wrote and nobody ever read, there'd be no point in writing.
Exactly.
Because there'd be nobody to read it.
That's my point exactly. I think as a writer, we should first of all be reading for our own enjoyment. Because we're writers, we obviously like stories. Therefore, we should like to read stories as well as write them. And without us, who's going to read anything if nobody likes to read? And it's so important not just to read things that are of the genre that you like to write. I think it's important to read a wide range. Try and say that a few times. Read a wide range.
Put your teeth in.
Yeah, I'm so old. Of different types of literature. Shut up. Of different types of literature, just to get an idea of what is out there. Where are the gaps in the market? What is popular right now? What do you think will be popular in a few years? Where can I slot in into this writing world? I used to have a friend a few years ago, or quite a few years ago, who was a poet, and he told me he never read poetry. And I didn't understand that at all. When I wrote poetry, that is all I read. I was always reading poetry books. Not so much now. I kind of flip between poetry and novels. But as a poet, surely you should be inspired by and encouraged by past poets or past authors of any description.
Yeah, it's in a way, it's kind of like an artist who says they paint every day, but they've never been to an art gallery. It just doesn't happen, does it?
It doesn't make sense, does it? And I think, I know that I like to read anything and everything, and I think Hannah's the same. You kind of pick things up in the library that you might never have picked up before.
Judge a book by the cover. It's really bad.
Yes, we are a bit naughty judging books by covers, but we read a hell of a lot. I think probably more so than other people that I know who like reading. We're always reading, and I think it does help you become a better writer. Yeah. It helps you even with simple things about how to structure paragraphs, or how to use speech marks, or how to use various bits of punctuation.
I know one thing I certainly gain a lot from reading is sort of setting out dialogue, because that's one thing that I struggle with quite a lot. I'm brilliant. I'm fine with description, and I'm fine with sort of prose, but when it comes to dialogue, I get really stuck. But actually reading how other people have put dialogue makes it a lot easier, and you think, right, well, they've done it this way, is that going to fit into my writing? Yes, it will, but maybe I should do it slightly differently to make it my own. It's about learning from other people's experiences, and everybody must learn before they can teach, in essence.
Exactly. And I don't think anyone has a natural gift for things. We all are interested in different things, but we all have to read. Like Hannah was saying earlier, you don't just jump into the kitchen and make a recipe just off the top of your head. You do have to look at recipe books. You do have to watch what other people are doing. You need to know even simple things, how to use a knife.
Yeah.
You don't want to be chopping off your fingers. I know you won't be chopping off your fingers if you're writing a book, but I still think reading is very important. One thing, Hannah, I'm going to ask you, do you read books about writing? Is that something...
What do you mean?
Kind of writing advice. I mean, I know Stephen King wrote a book that was called On Writing, and it gives advice on how to write, kind of more to the technical side of writing.
Not particularly.
No.
But that's mainly because I've always kind of been in the opinion that writing isn't something really that you can kind of teach.
Yeah.
It's something that you've got to kind of discover yourself, and it's like theatre. You can't learn theatre by sitting down and reading a textbook. You have to learn theatre by watching performances and being in performances. And it's the same with writing. I don't really believe that you can sit down in a classroom and be taught how to write. I think the best way to learn to write is to read other people's pieces of writing and have a go yourself.
I'm actually very much of that opinion, although I do think you can teach ways of writing and styles. I think especially when it comes to poetry, you've got things like sonnets and haiku and limericks and all the various different types that you do need to know how to put them together and how to construct something. But at the same time, I think it is very important to find your own voice and to find your own way of doing something. And I think the only way really to do that is to read, to see what else there is out there, to see what other people are doing and to find where you fit.
Because, I mean, to be honest, I've read so many pieces where people have said, can you read this for me? And you can tell they've done it like from a textbook or a classroom, and they've been so technically accurate that it's lost the kind of personality to it.
And creativity.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to lose a little bit of the technical to allow you to put in the personality and the creativity and the biting words.
She gets so excited. So, if you are a writer, I will implore that you read, because I know so many people don't, and they think that they can just get on and write. Read to get inspiration, to get ideas, not steal. Don't steal other people's ideas.
No, that's bad. That's
but just to get ideas, see what's popular, see where you can fit in the market.
And to learn from other people as well.
Yeah, and also to enjoy it. Oh, Lily, please don't eat my friends. So a slightly different piece of writing advice where no writing is involved, but it is so important to read. And even if you don't write, it is so important to read, because Hannah and I would like people to buy our books. So if you want to, shameless self-promotion, want to buy any of our books, I will put little links down in the description where you can find our books and help make us millionaires so that we can buy gold-plated mansions and all that lovely stuff.
And books.
And books.
I don't want gold-plated. I want books.
Yes, buy lots and lots of books. So if you like seeing Hannah here, wherever she is, there's her face. Hannah and I have also done a video over on her channel. I will put a little linky link down in the description box so that you can go and have a look at us over there. And Lily, we're going to have to take her out for a walk now. She's getting too excited. So if you are interested in reading and or writing, you want to hear any more writing advice or any of my book reviews or my shameless self-promotion, then please subscribe to my channel and we will see you soon. Bye!
Goodbye!